Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rising Sign Astrology. I am so glad that you're here today. And today we're going to be diving into the astrology of August 2025 and getting right into how this is going to affect you by zodiac sign. I really can't wait to get in and explore these transits for the month of August. And I would say enjoy it, right? Because this is the last real month of summer. Because by the time we approach the end of the month in September, we're going to be in the eclipse zone, right? With eclipses in Pisces and Virgo hitting mid-September, but also Saturn returning to Pisces for his last pass on September 1st. So definitely listen to my video, The Final Chapter Begins, which is a real deep analysis of how Saturn's last pass in Pisces combined with, some elements of the eclipse hitting are calling for one final reckoning within your respective Pisces houses. Now, I leverage Western whole sign house astrology, but I am also very fascinated by fixed stars as well as Vedic interpretations, so you may notice elements of those sprinkled in when they're relevant to the discussion. And in today's video, you can listen for your rising sun or moon sign, but I always suggest listening first based on your rising sign, as it shows how these transits will impact you on a physical level within the world. And then consider your sun sign for career or purpose, and ultimately your moon sign for how these shifts might affect you emotionally or at home. And if you enjoy the content and want to hear more, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so you're always alerted whenever I post a new video. And if you like what you hear, please give a thumbs up, drop a comment. It really does help a lot with the algorithm and let other astrology lovers know that this content is worth sharing with them. With that said, let's dive into the month of August. Okay, August 2025 for my Cancer risings. So for you, August is going to place a special emphasis on your sense of identity in the world, your relationships, and your home life. And it's going to really highlight the importance of balance between your personal needs and your professional demands in the world. Your ruler, the moon, is going to reach fullness and have a full moon in Aquarius this month. And it's going to emphasize transformations related to emotional intimacy, as well as finances and shared resources. And as you navigate the month, pay attention to making sure that you're communicating clearly, especially when dealing with family or career matters. Thoughtfully addressing any emerging challenges are going to bring stability, but also emotional clarity to you. And it's going to allow you to strengthen your connections and simultaneously solidify those long-term goals. So the month starts on August 1st with Venus in Cancer squaring Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So everyone's starting the month with this tension, right? And yours is going to begin with a tension between your 1st and 10th house, between your personal identity and your professional responsibilities. You might feel pressure or criticism from a supervisor or a boss or an authority figure. And it's going to prompt self-doubt, but also frustration in you. This could also manifest as unclear expectations at work. They're going to lead you to seek more defined boundaries, right? Saturn, creating a temporary friction as you advocate for yourself. But it's going to be important that you do. Now, 5 days later, Mars is going to enter your 4th house of Libra. So Mars entering your 4th house is going to energize your home life and family dynamics in some way. You might feel very motivated to tackle a household project or to renovate or any other tasks that require drive, energy, and assertiveness around the home. However, increased activity at home could also trigger disagreements or conflicts within the home or with family members, and it would call for a lot of diplomacy and patience on your part to maintain that harmony. Again, Libra is on your 4th house. Now, 2 days later, Mars and Libra is going to trine Uranus and Gemini. So this is now a more supportive aspect between your fourth house and 12th house. And I would expect beneficial changes through private or hidden insights about your family life or home. You might unexpectedly uncover information that positively helps to resolve a family issue. Alternatively, initiating home improvements or reorganizing your living space in some way based on a sudden intuitive flash or idea, 12th house, can provide really significant emotional relief and rejuvenation within the home. And on that same day, Mars in Libra, your fourth house, is going to go opposite Saturn in Aries, your 10th house. So while you have this positive supportive trine between your fourth and your 12th, there's going to be this tension that emerges between your personal responsibilities at home and your professional obligations. You likely are going to feel challenged to balance some demanding work commitments or needs in the external world with your family needs. And it's going to create either stress or delays. Again, Saturn. Alternatively, this could be, a boss or a supervisor or just really like authoritative demands from work, triggering the need to clearly assert boundaries around your work-home life dynamic in order to prevent burnout. Now, one day later, there's a full moon in your Aquarius 8th house. So this full moon is going to culminate and it's going to illuminate your 8th house of transformation and shared finances and intimacy. It's the house of death and rebirth. So you might experience closure or clarity regarding investments or debts or just joint resources with another. This could also manifest as very intense emotions within a close relationship that would lead to a deeper bond through open conversation or transformative emotional breakthroughs, right? And on the very next day, August 9th, you're going to have Mars in Libra, again, your fourth house, but this time going opposite Neptune in Aries. So again, this opposition between your fourth and 10th house. So I would watch out for confusion or passive aggressive behavior, right? Neptune, that could arise between your home and work environment, or an authority figure. Miscommunications about responsibilities or unclear instructions at work, Neptune, fogginess, may complicate your family life or routines in some way, right? This could also manifest as some form of emotional ambiguity at home that could temporarily undermine your professional world or your professional confidence in some way. And it would require a lot of patience, but also clear communication in order to resolve it. But on the next day, Mars in Libra is trining Pluto in Aquarius. So now this is a more empowering aspect between your fourth and 8th house. So this is going to now support your transformation or your efforts around transformation involving your home or family or shared resources. You might successfully refinance a mortgage at this time or strategically address financial matters tied to property in some way. Alternatively, emotional openness within family relationships could significantly deepen the trust that you have with them and foster healing or just start to positively reshape your domestic home life and dynamic in some way. Now, one day later, Mercury finally is going direct in Leo, and Leo is your second house. So Mercury moving direct in your second house is going to help to clarify financial decisions at this point, or self-worth matters, right? The second house is how you value yourself. The 8th house, opposite that, is how others value you. So you might resolve recent financial misunderstandings at this time or confidently move forward with some investment or budgeting or income opportunity at this time. Alternatively, it could be just clear communication about your personal values or financial expectations helps to restore balance and improve confidence in those areas. Now, on the same day, Venus in Cancer is going to conjunct Jupiter, and this is all happening in your first house, right? So this is really, really fortunate, right? You're going to be feeling good, you're going to be looking good, you're going to have this positive energy of Jupiter here, and this is really going to greatly enhance your personal charm and sense of optimism and even your visibility within the world. August 11th is a day that you could really attract positive attention or, enjoy a real boost in your self-confidence. And it would encourage you to pursue meaningful goals, right? Ones that were really personal and mean a lot to you. First house. This could also be your social life and relationships flourishing at this time. And it would bring a lot of joyful connections and really, really beneficial interactions. So that's a great highlight for the month. Now, on the same day, you're also going to have Ceres going retrograde in your 10th house of Aries. So this tells me that you're going to be reflecting on how you look at and nurture and view your career and public role, right? Your professional sector. You might reconsider your career goals at this time or feel like you need to adjust your professional path in some way, most likely to better establish a work-life balance. Alternatively, you may revisit unresolved professional issues that would help you establish healthier boundaries and ultimately more fulfillment in your work and professional world. Now, 6 days later, on August 17th, Mercury in Leo is going to sextile Mars in Libra. So again, linking your second house and your fourth house. So this is a productive alignment, and it's going to support effective communication and decision-making involving home and involving finances. You could successfully negotiate a household expense at this time or a real estate matter or make headway in some family budgeting. This could also manifest as expressing your values, but also your financial expectations very clearly, and it helps to harmonize your home life in some way. Maybe it reduces tension or uncertainty in that area. And 5 days after that, the sun is going to enter your Virgo third house. So now when the sun enters your third house of communication, your focus is going to shift towards your intellectual pursuits, your local activities, interactions with siblings or neighbors, or just, your local environment again. So this is a really great time to clearly express your ideas or to pursue educational interests or enhance communication skills, right? And fostering connections within your immediate environment. If you're younger, this could just be, you're starting the new school year and you're picking up with these local commutes and routines and people within your local environment again. Because later that day, there's going to be a new moon in this very same area of your third house. So this is now a fresh beginning within your local community involvement, or a fresh beginning in terms of a new learning opportunity or in your communication style, right? You might, again, start a new course, start school. The third house represents your education, like kindergarten through high school, while the house opposite that, ninth house, is higher education. So this could literally be you're in school, you're starting a new school year, or you're starting a new writing project, or you're beginning to build relationships within your local community again, or within your neighborhood. Alternatively, this could be about initiating very clear and open dialogue with a sibling or a neighbor, but it would positively enhance those relationships in some way. Now, 2 days later, the sun in Virgo, freshly, in your third house, is going to square Uranus and Gemini in your 12th house. So I would expect unexpected disruptions or some hidden information coming to light that could challenge your plans, like this new fresh start that you're planning in your third house, or could challenge your communication in some way. Sudden revelations or secrets might emerge, and it could complicate conversations or community engagements within the local environment. This could also manifest as sudden changes in your local environment or daily routine that are going to require quick adaptation from you, right? And it may really test your flexibility and your patience. One day later, you're going to have Venus entering Leo. So this is your second house. So this is great as well. This is now Venus entering your second house of values, how you value yourself, personal value system, as well as income and finances. So expect enhancements in those areas to, more financial opportunities or more stability within your finances or boost to your personal value system and how you feel about yourself, your self-confidence. This is all great. You might enjoy increased income, right? Like maybe there's a raise or a bonus or some form of a financial reward coming in. Or because Venus is about comfort and security with the second house, it could be that you purchase something that really makes you feel more comfortable or secure in some way. Alternatively, any experiences that reinforce your self-worth and personal values are going to be especially fulfilling at this time. And this is around August 25th. And, to boost that is going to be Venus and Leo also forming a trine to Saturn in Aries. So this is now a stabilizing aspect between your second and 10th house. So this could very well manifest as more financial recognition or security linked to your professional accomplishments or your accomplishments out in the world. You could receive that bonus or raise or just really positive acknowledgement at work that boosts your financial standing or how you feel about yourself. Alternatively, careful financial planning, Saturn, is going to significantly support long-term career goals. And it's going to help to ultimately create a stronger foundation for your professional success. At least that's what Saturn is trying to do. Now, one day later on August 26th, Venus in Leo is going to sextile Uranus and Gemini. So again, second house, but this time forming an aspect with your 12th house. So with Uranus here, I would expect unexpected financial gains or hidden opportunities that are positive in some way. You might discover a beneficial financial resource, or maybe it's a hidden talent that supports your income growth or how you feel about yourself and your self-confidence and the way you value yourself within the world. This could also manifest as a sudden intuitive insight or flash, again, Uranus in the 12th house, that leads to some innovative financial strategies at this time or investments, and just, again, helps to enhance your overall sense of security and independence and confidence within the world. And on that same day, Venus in Leo is going to trine Neptune in Aries. So this is now positively influencing your career and finances even more. But it would be so more through like an artistic project or maybe a humanitarian effort professionally, those Neptunian influences that would go towards enhancing your professional reputation within the 10th house. It could be some intuition or intuitive choice you make from a financial perspective that really helps and supports your professional advancement in some way. And it would bring fulfillment through work, your 10th house, that aligns very deeply with your higher values. Again, Neptune and second house themes. But amidst all this positivity, there is a little bit of tension. Because later in the day, Venus in your second house of Leo is going to go opposite Pluto in Aquarius in your 8th house. So while all of this positivity is happening within your 2nd house and 10th house, there's now going to be an opposition and probably an intense dynamic around power and control and finances and shared resources. So it could be a power struggle or a very deep emotional tension around debt or inheritance or just financial agreements. And it could arise quickly, but also require very clear boundaries on your part. This could also manifest as very transformative conversations, right? Pluto, around money or around your personal values that help to clarify financial roles within your closest relationships. But ultimately, this would be pushing to strengthen trust and respect in those areas. Now, we end the month on August 28th with Uranus in Gemini sextiling Neptune in Aries. So this is between your 12th and 10th house. So expect either intuitive flashes or insights or behind the scenes opportunities that positively impact and affect your professional life and standing within the world, right? You may secretly strategize some innovative career move or just quietly gain recognition for your efforts. Alternatively, hidden talents or previously overlooked ideas could enhance your career at this time and guide you towards fulfilling, some professional pathway that's just better aligned with your true self. So I would say August 2025 for Cancer risings is really a month of balancing personal growth with the practical responsibilities, especially at home and work. The moon, is going to encourage you to come with an increased level of emotional maturity and adaptability with your everyday life. You're going to have to really strive to maintain open communication this month and make sure you're managing your finances wisely and thoughtfully, as well as handling relationships in the same manner. You're going to find that you're going to best and most effectively navigate all of the complexities and challenges of this month by strengthening your foundations. Because if you strengthen those foundations like you're being asked to, it's really going to set you up for not only future success, but a much more grounded and healthier emotional well-being. So, Cancers, good luck this month. I hope August is great for you. And if this resonated, please drop a comment or like the video. Feel free to share it. It certainly helps let the algorithm know that this is content worth consuming for other astrology lovers. And if you're ever interested in a one-on-one booking, whether it's around career, relationship, or just in general, anything going on in your life, all of those booking details can be found below. Have a great month and good luck. Okay, well, thank you for sticking with me through the video today, as well as tuning in the first place. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, and if you found this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button. It helps the channel grow, and it lets the algorithm know that this content is worth sharing with other astrology lovers like yourself. And as always, if you're ever interested in a private reading, I offer birth chart, career, relationship readings, as well as just, general readings about whatever it is you're looking to learn more about. So all the details for the booking are in the description box below. Thanks for being here. Have an amazing August, and I will see you in the next video.